Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Governor Livingston High School. My name is Nathan Philbrick. Thank you for joining me today for this first round Union County tournament matchup between the Dayton Bulldogs and your Governor Livingston Highlanders. My name is Nathan Philbrick. Thank you for joining me here today. Got a late start again because the network was having issues again. Can't really do anything about that except for fix them and try and get up and running. It is 4-0 here. We're just under 6 minutes left in the first quarter. We've had about half the first quarter go by. GL. It's a pretty dominant performance so far. Not sure who's on the scoreboard as I was not paying attention to the game, trying to fix my computer, which doesn't seem to want to work ever. But we'll just have to roll with the punches. I also don't have numbers for Governor Livingston yet because I did not get a complete roster. So GL will have it in Dayton's half. GL in their dark blue jerseys going from right to left. They're currently in the offensive zone. Standing behind goal, it's number 31. Going in front of goal here, that one will be knocked away by number 8 for Dayton. Not number 8 for Dayton, I can't see the number. Far side of the field, whistle blows here for contact, and Dayton will keep possession. This will be with Samantha Wright for Dayton, driving down the field. She'll pass it up across the 50 to Gianna Gwench. Gwench driving, she's down to the 10, far side. She'll hold up, look for a passing option. She'll get that out to number 8, which is actually her number. Just don't have her on my roster. Too many issues like this. She'll get it down to Molly Krieger on the right side near the 10. Krieger will pull out. She'll go to 25, Huber. Huber will go inside, and it'll be intercepted by GL. That was number 23. She'll get it up to 16. 16 carrying it across midfield and being harassed by a B in the press box. She'll get it down past the 20. She's driving down the middle of the field. She'll look. Shot here. That'll be easily taken by the Dayton goalkeeper. She'll get a long output pass. It'll eventually end up at midfield with number 8. Mystery player. I'll keep doing the mystery player thing every time I don't know a player's number. It's number 8, mystery player. She'll get this out to, I believe, number 15, Julia Simtix. That might be wrong. She'll get this down to Gwench on the far side. She'll go behind goal to number 14, Lauren O'Brien. O'Brien, one of the leading scorers for this Dayton team. O'Brien losing the ball here. This will be picked up by GL. That's number 3, I believe.
Leah.
I do know it's Leah. Leah Ronga being pressed. That'll be knocked away. It'll be picked up. Not picked up yet. There'll be a slashing foul, I believe. Ref is facing the other way, so I can't quite see it, but it'll be a slashing foul against Leah Ronga. So it'll be with number 22, Amelia Cox. Cox putting on a nice spin move there. She'll get down to the 30. Dayton in their white jerseys, going from left to right. Cox will be pressed by number 23 for GL. She'll get a contact foul there. Ref will blow the whistle, but we'll keep playing. Free startup here in goals lacrosse. It'll end up back with Amelia Cox. Cox, she'll go down to, can't see her number because she's crowded. I believe that was number 18. She'll get into 14 in the zone. Nice save there by Avery Hobb, low right. O'Brien trying to put that low right-hand corner. Just couldn't get it. Hobb with a nice reaction time. It's picked up by the GL defense. They'll drive down the field. Just getting across midfield right now, far side. Can't see the number again. It'll go to number 22. We're trying to figure out who's who as we go by. This is in the center of the field with number 6. Shot here. That one easily saved by Dayton keeper, and whose name I need to figure out right now because it's stupid that I don't know. Marissa Duarte. There we go. Her pass out. Not sure what happened as I was looking down, but it'll be picked up by number 4 for Governor Livingston. She'll get by two defenders. She'll end up by the 20, or in the middle of the field. She'll drive past contact. She'll shoot here. That one high. It'll be knocked away by Duarte. Battle on the ground here for the ball. Not scooped up by anyone yet. Far side and 15, and whistle here for contact. This will go Dayton's way. So the Bulldogs will get Duarte with the save, and then we'll take the possession off the whistle. This one being carried along the far side of the field by, I want to say number 16. Part of the problem is, not only do I not have their names very well, that was number 16. That was Maya Smith. That pass from her was wild, but no GL players pressing, so Dayton will keep possession. Just under 1:20 here left in the first period. Once this period ends, I'll hopefully get my numbers in order, and we'll end up with number 22, Krieger. Krieger will go to Smith. Smith will look for an option. She's being pressed. She'll get that out to number 33, Gwench. Gwench will go low and inside to number 14, Lauren O'Brien, who will not net Dayton's first goal of the game, cutting the lead down to 3. It's 4-1. I need to fix my scoreboard here, too. Wow. Talk about not being in a hurry. As I said last time, I'm still in a hurry. It's 4-1, just over 1 minute left here in the first period, quarter. It says period on the scoreboard, but I'm going to call them quarters because they are. And then I've got to figure out who the 4 goal scorers for GL were. If I had to guess, I'd put a solid bet on Sophia Di Pasquale being one of the goal scorers. She's currently, I believe, second. I know she is the second leading goal scorer for this Governor Livingston team, behind Hayden Panagiotou. Either way, GL driving down here. They'll be in Dayton's zone, and it'll be with number 23 for the Highlanders. She'll go out to number 4. I really wish I knew their names, man. I'll look back on this and go, damn, why didn't I get their names? And then I'll remember. Here's number 4, solo effort, shot, goal! GL restoring the lead at 4 with a goal from number 4. That's all I can say because I don't know her name. Draw control here. Ball won't be controlled, but there will be a contact foul, so it'll go Dayton's way. This will be carried down by number 22. She'll go to number 14, O'Brien. O'Brien not able to get a handle on it, but it'll be lost by number 4 for GL, who scooped it up and then scoops it up again. The goal scorer from just a few seconds ago. She'll get an outlet to number 22, just short of midfield. She'll go cross field to number 24. She'll go downfield to number 16 along the far side hashes. 10-yard line, driving, looking shot here. Duarte, that one high and wide. Duarte lunged for it but didn't get it, and the quarter is over. At the end of this first, it is 5-1 Governor Livingston. I'm going to go get my roster because I don't have that and I look stupid. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back for this Governor Livingston girls varsity lacrosse game versus the Dayton Bulldogs in this Union County Tournament first round. My name is Nathan Philbrick. Thank you for joining us today here at Fry Field on the Hill. We're just kicking off the second period. Governor Livingston has a 5-1 lead as the draw control will be taken by number 23, who I now have a number for, Lihat Shawa, and she'll get a quick outlet pass to Hayden Pantagatu, who will net the first goal of the second period and increase Governor Livingston's lead to 5 with a score of 6-1. If I can click the button. Oh my God. There we go. Apparently I don't know how to use a computer. Amazing. You can also figure out who the last goal scorer was. Number 4 is Stephanie DePasquale, so I suppose my prediction about her having scored a goal was right, except just not at the timing I thought it was. Either way, another draw control here. This one will be taken by Dayton. That'll be number 27, Kay Schaefer. She'll drive down. Governor Livingston now going from left to right. Dayton going from right to left. Of course, Dayton in those white jerseys. Governor Livingston in their dark blues. This one will be controlled, or eventually stolen from the Dayton offense, and it'll be gotten down to number 24, Lauren Ryan. Ryan will get... Sorry, that was 14. Now it's with Lauren Ryan. That was Allison Nelson going to Laura Ryan. Ryan getting an outlet pass to... Can't see the number, but she'll be pressed, trying to make a solo effort here. She'll eventually pull it out and go behind goal to... I want to say number 10. Corrine Moore.
That's 11 to 16. That pass that you just did. Whatever your word.
Yeah, either way. DePasquale trying to make a drive here. She'll get a contact foul and get a free position shot from the outer hash of the 8-meter fan. So, 10:41 left here in the second. 6-1 lead, Governor Livingston. DePasquale, she'll likely go to goal. She will, driving. There we go. She gets one past Duarte, and she'll net at least her second goal of the game. I'm not sure if she's had more because I wasn't paying attention. But for good reason. So it's fine. Either way, at least two goals for DePasquale today, which puts her season total at, if I can get my stats sheet... It's not that one. Puts her goal total at least 23 on the season. She's the second leading goal scorer, in case I haven't mentioned it already, behind Hayden Panagiotou. This one controlled by DePasquale again off the draw. She'll get an outlet pass here to number 16. I'm still trying to find my numbers. That's Pantagiotou. It'll be knocked away from her, and this will be picked up by number 16 for Dayton. Maya Smith. Smith trying to drive down the field. She'll get a pass off to number 33, Gianna Gwench. Gwench looking for a solo effort drive here. She'll be met by 2 GL defenders. She'll go right to number 22, Molly Krieger, and Krieger will sneak one past Avery Ha. It's 7-2, and I haven't updated my scoreboard. Hoping to stay more on top of the scoreboard here today because, getting more used to everything. That one was from, I just said it, number 22, Krieger. Krieger, just a freshman for this Dayton team, but much like DePasquale for the Highlanders, she's been able to put up some good numbers. But where is my stat sheet? What is happening? Either way, draw control here. That'll be taken by number 23. My stupid roster keeps going away because it's on my phone. That'll be taken by Chala Lihar. Whoa, said her name backwards. Lihar Chala. Forgive me if that's an incorrect pronunciation. Either way, she'll get a free go here after the whistle. She'll get this down to number 24, Lauren Ryan. Ryan will lose it for a second, then it'll eventually be picked back up. They'll get it over to Patricia Umali in the middle. Umali will go back to Ryan, far side of the field near the 20. Ryan will try and get one from the man coming out from behind goal. That was number 14, I believe. Allison Nelson, who just missed wide left. So, with no recovery attempt from Governor Livingston, this will be taken by GL. Sorry, with no attempt from Governor Livingston, it will be taken by Dayton and immediately stolen back by GL by number 11. And contact foul here on Lauren Ryan as she tried to drive to the crease. She'll get a free position here from the center dash of the 8-meter line, 8-meter arc. If I had to guess, she'll try and shoot it, and she will, and that one will be, was about to say cleanly handled by Duarte, but she lost it there for a second, so almost cleanly handled. She'll get a nice outlet to number 22, Amelia Cox. Cox being pressed by Lauren Ryan. She'll bring it eventually across midfield, closer to the far side hashes. She'll go inside to Kara K. Schaefer. K. Schaefer will try and get a shot. That one will be blocked. She'll try and get the ball back, having a bit of trouble here. And that will be a push in the back foul on K. Schaefer. No card coming out for the refs, so we'll stay even. No woman up yet. But we'll restart with number 36 for Governor Livingston, Kaylee Thayer. Thayer will get it across midfield to number 16, Hayden Pantagiotu. Wow, I'm having trouble with the names today. We'll have this one knocked away, but she'll eventually pick it back up. She's the leading goal scorer for this team in close contention with Di Pasquale. She'll drop this one off just a few short feet away to Ryan. Ryan will get it back to Pantagiotu, and that one will go off the helmet, I believe, of Duarte. That's what it looked like from my angle, so good save there as we near 7 minutes left in the half. That pass attempt from number 4 for Dayton, Mystery Woman, will be blocked. It'll be with... That was number 11 for Governor Livingston, Patricia Umali, but her pass across the middle was blocked as Dayton would have driven, and eventually we'll get a contact foul, which will hold up play for just a second as Garamone will restart it for Dayton with a wild pass that will eventually go out of bounds for a Highlander possession. It'll restart with Taylor Fields, number 6 from the Highlanders. Close sideline near the benches. She's pressed by 3 women. 2 around her now. She'll eventually lose the ball and with no contact. Must have gotten nervous. It'll be picked up by number 22, Molly Krieger. Krieger will drive down the center of the field, looking to go to goal. Increasing her pace. She'll get by 2. She'll eventually get a pass off to Lauren O'Brien, but the whistle will blow before then. And she will get a free position from the 8-meter fan. So a chance to cut the lead back down to 4 here. It's 7-2 in GL's favor. Shot here. That one right in the 5-hole of Avery Ha. Molly Krieger nets her second goal of the game. Cuts the lead down to 4. It's 7-3. Or nets her at least second goal of the game. She might have scored the first. I don't know. I need to figure that out at halftime. 5:51 here left in the second period. Governor Livingston with a 4-point lead. Dayton having scored just the 3rd goal. Second one, at least, from Krieger. She's on a hat trick. I apologize for not saying that. Di Pasquale is on hat trick alert, at least. She might have already gotten her hat trick. High-scoring game here so far. Not a heavy defensive one. So, for everyone who's a big fan of defenses, which is not a lot of people, sorry. Either way, draw controlled by number 16 for Governor Livingston. That's Pantagiotu. Pantagiotu will go down to number 6, Fields. Fields will get it to Lauren Ryan, who will go behind goal to X. Ryan trying to look for something. She'll try a short hop pass to Pantagiotu, but that one will be uncontrolled, and Ryan will pick it back up. It'll get to Pantagiotu again eventually. She'll go around the crease, and net one top right corner, increasing the lead back to 5 for Governor Livingston at 8-3. 5:19 here left in the second period. Hit to Gyotu in her season so far. She had 23 goals coming into this game. She's at least 25. She just hit 100 in Governor Livingston's last game against, if I don't skip over the schedule, in Governor Livingston's last game against Johnson, although I'm not sure if that's actually correct. I'm just going off memory. Either way, that one will be knocked away from Governor Livingston as they were on the offense. It'll be picked up by number 8 for Dayton, who I don't have a name for, and we have a penalty here against Governor Livingston for contact, so Dayton will retain the ball. It'll stay with number 8 around the 25, Dayton's own 25. She'll get that across midfield to number 27, Sarah K. Schaefer. K. Schaefer will be looking to make something work around the middle of the field. She'll get down to the 20, 15 to the 10. She'll pull out and look backwards, trying to find a pass. She'll get that to number 31, Samantha Wright. Wright will go to number 8 around the 20-yard line at the in the middle of the field. We'll get to Smith. Smith going back to number 8, Mystery Woman. She'll go back to Smith around the far side near the 15. Smith trying to make something work. She'll go down far corner to someone whose number I can't see. She'll go to X to a number I yet again can't see, though I believe it's K. Schaefer, number 27. K. Schaefer will try and go for number 33. Front bottom bouncer from Gianna Gwench. And she nets Dayton's 4th goal of the game. 8-4 here. Yet again, a 4-point lead for Governor Livingston. They got a 4-point lead at the start of this game. Their highest lead of the game was 6 points, but now they're back down to 4. Last game I was here for was GL Boys Lacrosse versus the Cranford Cougars. It was not a Union County game, though the GL Boys did just play their first round Union County game today, I believe against ALJ, Arthur L. Johnson High School, just about 20 minutes away from the field here at GL. As this draw control will be taken by number 18, so Dayton potentially looking to get another one. It'll be lost, though. I don't have number... Sorry, that was number 16. That was Maya Smith who lost the ball there. Either way, it'll end up with number 8 around the 20-yard line. She'll go back to 33 Gwench, the goal scorer from just a couple of game seconds ago. Gwench will be behind the goal line. She'll eventually make it out in front. She'll look to get a pass across the middle. That one will be knocked away, and it will be picked up luckily by Samantha Wright for Dayton. Wright will go to, I believe that's Lauren O'Brien. O'Brien will go behind goal to K. Schaefer. K. Schaefer will go back to Ryan. That one will be knocked away in front. It will be picked up by number 8 for Dayton, and she'll go to X. No shot clock here at the high school level. It'll end up with Gwench again in the middle of the field, and she'll get a contact penalty there as Governor Livingston's, I want to say number 2, Chloe Constantinescu, might have slashed it right across the face. Either way, free position shot here. Bouncer, that one off the post. So close. But not quite. GL will go on a quick transition play here. This will end up down the other end with Kayla Prasad. Prasad on the close 10-yard line. She'll get a pass across the middle, which was almost taken by Dayton's number 8, but it'll luckily be picked up by Lauren Ryan. Ryan driving down the middle of the field. That one right over the head of Duarte. Increasing the lead back to 9. Not increasing the lead back to 9, increasing the score to 9, and the lead back to 5 for Governor Livingston. Nine to 4 here, 2:17 left in the second period. I've got to write down every single goal that's scored so I can go back and reference it. So I'm taking a pause each and every time a goal is scored. I've also got to reference my list. Or, not my list. That makes it sound really ominous. It's a roster. Either way, Dayton will get the draw control. It'll end up with number 26, Ava Pozzolante. close side on the goal line. She'll get this out to, I believe that was 24. It wasn't 24, obviously, but either way, end up middle of the field with Wright. Wright will go inside to Gwench. Gwench will have her shot blocked, and it'll be picked up by Avery Ha. Trying to go for a long outlet pass here. She will get it to Pantagiotou. She'll try and carry it across midfield. She'll be pressed, so she'll have to chuck this one way down the field to Taylor Fields, and that one will go out of bounds because she couldn't quite control it. So Dayton will get the restart here. Running clock. 1:20 left in the second period. 9-4. Can't see the number of who's carrying it for Dayton, but she's carried it all the way across midfield. I believe that's number 35, Brianna Garamone. And while I was saying that, there will be a contact foul against Governor Livingston on Ava Pozzolante, so she'll get a restart here from the 25. She'll get it down. It'll eventually end up down with number 14, Lauren O'Brien, who will net her first goal of the game. Cutting the lead down back to 4. It's 9-5. Just under a minute left here in the second. That's O'Brien spelled O''Brien as well, according to the roster. So, an interesting spelling of O'Brien. Not that it's my job to comment on people's names, but just thought that was funny. We'll see another draw control here. 51 seconds left. Whoever gets this will likely have the last chance. Will likely have the last scoring chance, so a contentious one here. It will be controlled by Dayton. It's number 22, Krieger, getting the draw control this time. Krieger going down quickly. She tried to get a pass across the middle to number 14, O'Brien. O'Brien lost for a second, but will luckily pick it back up. She'll go back out to Krieger, who will lose that pass. It's just a series of lost passes. She'll luckily control it. GL not playing super aggressive defense here. She'll go inside to number 27, Sarah K. Schaefer, who will eventually have to go behind goal to number 26, Ava Pozzolante. And she'll get a foul here with some head contact. The clock didn't stop, so we're down to 14 seconds. No card from the ref here, even though I think that was head contact, but we'll stay even for the last 14. It'll start with Pozzolante. She'll be under 10 seconds here. She'll go out to Gwench. Gwench trying to put a shimmy on. That one high and over the goal. Clock will stop with under 5 seconds left, so they'll have one pass opportunity, which will go awry, and no shot here before the final whistle before halftime for Dayton. So, going to the half, it is 9-5, which I should update on my scoreboard. It will be 9-5, 4-point lead for Governor Livingston High School. My name is Nathan Philbrick. Thank you for joining us today. We'll be back in about 10 minutes. Ladies and gentlemen, we are just about to get underway with the second half here at Governor Livingston High School for this first round Union County tournament matchup between your Governor Livingston Lady Highlanders and the Dayton Bulldogs. My name is Nathan Philbrick. Thank you for joining us here today. Just went down to the field, got a few quick score corrections, so just to go over that. To open up the game while I was trying to figure out my network issues, it was Lahar. To open up the game for Governor Livingston, it was Lahar, making it 1-0. To go to 2-0, it was Emily Wallen. 3-0, Lahar. Number 4 was Pantagiotu's first goal of the game. To make it 4-1, it was K. Schaefer for the Bulldogs, bring the lead back to 4 in the second period, which was the first goal I got down. It was Di Pasquale, Stephanie, younger sister of Maria Di Pasquale, who was a player for this Governor Livingston Highlanders girls lacrosse team last year. She'd originally committed to Keene for women's lacrosse, but she did not appear on the roster or stat sheet or any kind of page reference this year that I could tell. Either way, first draw control goes the way of Dayton due to a false start from Governor Livingston, so they'll get the first offensive possession here as we get into the third quarter. That pass from Dayton will go out of bounds, but no GL players in the area, only a Dayton player, so it'll stay with Dayton. We'll get back going by O'Brien will start us back up. Weird phrasing there. O'Brien will get the ball back in the middle. She'll go underhand pass here to right. Right will drive across the middle and go for a shot, which will eventually be taken by, or eventually saved by Avery Ha. Ha will get a quick outlet pass to number 10, Corrine Morrison. Morrison going down to number 14. My roster isn't in order, Allison Nelson. My roster isn't in order, so it's a bit hard for me to find everyone. Nelson trying to drive along the near side sideline here. She'll get to the 10. She'll try and go for a lobbing overhead pass to the middle, but it won't find a woman. I was about to say won't find a man, but you know, terminology and whatnot. Either way, it'll be picked up by Dayton, and a contact foul against GL will keep it Dayton possession. It's currently with not sure who it's with. Either way, it'll end up with Gianna Gwench. Gwench will drive. She'll get down to the 10-yard line. She'll try and go for a pass into the middle. That one will be knocked away by number 7 for Governor Livingston, Katie Nikolic. It'll end up with Kay Schaefer, the opening goal scorer for this Dayton team. She'll get it out to X. The woman at X will try and go for a pass into the middle, but she won't get one. It'll end up with GL. That one, which will be tossed out to Pentagiotu. She'll bring it across midfield as we pass under 10 minutes here, left in the third. She's driving down the field unopposed. In the middle, pass across the middle will be no good as GL will try and scrum for it, and whistle will keep it in GL's favor. My roster is so utterly a mess, it's annoying. Either way, it'll restart with Allison Nelson. Nelson will try to get it back to X using the through man of Pentagiotu, but it'll be knocked away by Dayton, and it'll be their possession. It'll restart with number 12, Katie Pagnilo. She'll drive it all the way across the near sideline, get it across midfield, and it eventually be knocked out of bounds by handing Pentagiotu. So it'll stay Dayton possession. Try and get pass across the middle. That one almost intercepted by number 23 for Governor Livingston, Leah Lahar Chawla. Sorry, not Leah. She'll restart the possession after the whistle. Being pressed by number 14 for Dayton, Lauren O'Brien. She'll eventually get it across midfield, driving along the far sideline. She'll get it past the 30, past 25, past the 20, trying to look for an outlet. She'll go to far side corner. It'll end up in the middle with number 14 for Governor Livingston, Allison Nelson, who will net the 10th goal of the game for the Highlanders. Lead back at 10 for Governor Livingston with a nice pass there from... My mind is blanking. With a nice goal there from Allison Nelson. I can't speak for too long, and I need a drink. Just over 8 minutes left here in the third. 10th goal of the game just scored by Governor Livingston by Allison Nelson. Nelson, one of the freshmen on this team. Not quite as impactful as one of the other freshmen, Mireille Di Pasquale, but either way, she's made her impact. Speaking of Di Pasquale, she's driving down the field here. She'll go around behind goal, try and get a pass into the middle. Won't go through with it as she's being pressed. Di Pasquale, solo effort here above the head of Duarte. Beautiful, beautiful solo goal by Maria Di Pasquale. Stephanie Di Pasquale. I'm calling her by her sister's name. Either way, she'll get Stephanie Di Pasquale, not Maria, that's her sister. We'll get that one. A quick goal over the head of Duarte on a solo effort. She just drove down the field on her own, took it all the way around goal, got to the near side, and then put that one right over her head. So 11-5, 6-point lead for Governor Livingston. Oh, is 7:43 left here in the third. Ref seemed to take an issue with how the draw control was set up. Or the draw was set up, not the draw control. We'll whistle. And we'll see another draw control here by DePasquale. She'll drive again quickly. She'll get past the 20 on the far side near the hashes. DePasquale. Another quick goal! Not Maria DePasquale. Stephanie DePasquale. She'll make it 12-5, Governor Livingston. So back-to-back goals for her. She's already passed a hat trick. Her last goal was a hat trick goal. So can't believe I didn't notice that. But either way, Maria DePasquale on her fourth goal of the game. I believe she's tied now with Hayden Pantagiotto, if I'm correct. Or not if I'm correct, but if I'm not really dumb and I don't know how to read. If I can actually find my stat sheets. It's right here. Come on. Draw control will go Governor Livingston's way while I'm trying to find my stats. It'll end up with number 14, Nelson. Nelson near side. She'll have that checked away from her. It'll be controlled by Dayton. Quick whistle there, but free restart in the girls' game, so it doesn't need a whistle to be restarted. Dayton will keep driving. It'll end up with Ava Pozzolante. Not Ava Pozzolante. Sorry, that was Sarah Kayshaver. She tried to go to Lauren O'Brien, but the pass was not controlled very well, and a run down from Governor Livingston will eventually let them take possession. No, it's not 13. This ball will be stolen away from Dayton while I was finicking with my keyboard and my stupid scoreboard. It'll end up with number 8 for Dayton, Mystery Woman. She'll go across the middle to number 27, Kayshafer. Kayshafer under a lot of pressure. She'll be pushed out back to the 15 near side. Kayshafer trying to make something work. She'll eventually go to X to O'Brien, I believe. O'Brien trying to get a pass into the middle, looking for one. She won't get one. She'll go out to the 10. She'll try and get a pass into the middle now, and it'll be knocked away and picked up by, I believe that's DePasquale. Can't quite see, but either way, she'll get it down to Nelson. Nelson, who's near the 30, near side. She'll go way high and over the head of Lauren Ryan, and that one will go out of bounds for a Dayton possession. 5:34 left here in this third period. It's a 12-5 lead for Governor Livingston. Not a 12-5 lead. The score is 12-5. It's a 7-point lead here for Governor Livingston. Dayton now with possession, trying to get it out of their own end. A nice spin move there from number 23. Not number 23. I'm trying to see the number. Sorry, that was number 25. Riley Huber will let her get a pass off to number 8, Mystery Woman for Dayton. Mystery Woman driving down the middle of the field. She's at the 15-yard line. She's under a lot of pressure. She'll eventually get it to Gwench. Gwench will try and get a quick shot off there. It'll be saved by Avery Ha. Whistle for contact will stop the play temporarily. Either way, Ha will maintain possession. It won't go back to Dayton. Ha not trying to get something out of her crease. She'll eventually launch this one down the field. Almost picked off there by Dayton, but no luck for the Bulldogs, so it'll end up with Pantagiotto. She'll carry it across midfield. She'll drive down the middle. Nowhere. 3 Dayton defenders in front of her. 2 other Highlanders supporting her on the outside. Now she'll finally slow up and look for a pass. She'll try and make a way behind goal. She's at X. Looking for a pass, taking it slow here. Looking for the woman driving in the middle, number 23 for Governor Livingston. That was Lahar Chawla with her 4th goal of the game. Correction, 3rd goal of the game. She's on a hat trick. Lead increased to 8 for the Highlanders. Highest lead they've had all day. It's 13-5. Just over 4 minutes left here in the third quarter. It's 13-5 in Governor Livingston's favor. 8-point lead. This one will be controlled by Charla, the goal scorer from just seconds ago, and lined up with Pantagiotu. Pantagiotu will try a shot there. It'll be saved by Duarte. That's her first save in this third period, I believe. Don't quote me on that. She'll get a long outlet pass there. Almost got to Ava Pozzolante, but it'll be controlled by Governor Livingston. Number 7, Katie Nikolic will have the ball knocked away. It's on the ground. Battle for it here. Not controlled by anyone yet. It's not quite a scrum like in the boys' game, but still just as frantic. It'll eventually be picked up by Dayton, and a whistle will stop play. It'll end up with Gwench. Gwench will carry it across midfield along the far sideline. Gwench driving. She'll get down past the 20. Now past the 10. She'll finally slow up, try and look for a pass into the middle. She'll get a pass behind her to Samantha Wright, right around the 15-yard line far side. She'll go to mystery woman number 8. She's on the 20-yard line in the middle of the field. She's looking for an option across the middle. She'll get it back to Wright. Wright will go for a bounce, and that one will go wide left. And it'll stay Dayton possession. Pass into the middle there by the X-Man. Next woman, I suppose. We'll have yet another scrum for it. It'll be picked up by number 22 for Dayton, Amelia Cox, and immediate whistle for contact. So Dayton trying to make something work here. There's a shot from number 14, Lauren O'Brien. Cutting the lead. Back down to 7. If I can do math. And if my keyboard can actually click. My lord. O'Brien, that is her second goal of the game. She's one away from a hat trick. Oh, yeah. It is her second goal of the game because the last time she scored, I mentioned how her name is not typically spelled like a typical O'Brien. It's spelled with an E instead of an A. Just jogged my memory about that. Either way, we'll get a draw control here. 2:28 left in the third. I haven't mentioned it, but the draw controls are between Ava Pozzolante and number 23, Lahar Charla for Governor Livingston. Either way, this one will be controlled by Governor Livingston. It'll be Leah Ronga. Ronga will get it back to Charla. Charla will drive down the middle looking for a shot here. Bouncer in between the legs of Duarte. She'll put the lead back at 8 for Governor Livingston. 14-6. Nice little 1-2 there from the Highlanders. She, I believe, already surpassed a hat trick. Yeah, she knitted her hat trick goal to make it 13-5. So, already passed a hat trick. She's got 4 goals on the day. I do have her career high. I think her career high is 6 goals, however. So, not quite hitting her career high. Sorry, it's 5 goals. She's 1 short of tying her career high. She scored those 5 goals in a 16-9 win versus Morris Hills this year, actually, on the 7th of April. She'll get the draw control as well, so maybe going for her own personal record, although she's not trying to drive to the goal particularly quickly as she's near that far side, just getting past the 20-yard line finally. She's being pressed by, I believe that's number 31 for the Bulldogs, Samantha Wright, but when she finally gets the first forced turnover, it'll be whistled dead. So Highlanders will maintain possession of the ball. It'll be with Nelson coming out from X to stand on the goal line pretty much, trying to make something work. She'll go back to behind goal to Taylor Fields. Fields will try and drive into the middle. She'll have the ball knocked away from her. She'll finally control it again. She'll check out back past the 20-yard line. She'll go far side to number 24 for the Highlanders, Lauren Ryan. Ryan standing on the far side near the 10. The actual number 10, not just the yardage line. She'll try and get a pass here to Allison Nelson, but that won't be knocked away. She'll eventually recontrol it, so Ryan will have the ball again. She's now in what is usually the football end zone, behind the goal line. She's being pressed by Samantha Wright. She'll get it to DePasquale, who will look like she was going to make a move and try and spin off to get a shot, but she won't. Coaches and fans both yelling at a pass. DePasquale driving. That one off the post. Could have been a goal. Duarte trying to come out. Didn't look like she had her stick in the right spot, so DePasquale could have just squeezed that in a little bit more. Would have been a goal, but no luck. It'll stay 14-6. Still in the Highlanders' favor. No particular rush to increase the lead here. I don't want to do any jinxes, but not going to try and predict the outcome of this game. But regardless of what the outcome is, the winner will go on to face Oak Knoll, team just a few minutes away, private school in Summit. Currently ranked number 1 according to Big State Sports in girls lacrosse. They're an old girls private school, so they do a bit of recruiting. But regardless of who wins, they will have a daunting task ahead of them to try and beat the Oak Knoll Royals. Either way, we've now come to the end of the third quarter. It is 14-6 in the Highlanders' favor. We'll take a short break. I'll try and sort some more stuff out and take a little break as these two teams will switch sides once again. Ladies and gentlemen, we are just about to get underway with the fourth and final quarter of this Governor Livingston girls lacrosse game between your Governor Livingston Lady Highlanders and the Dayton Bulldogs. It is currently 14-6 with an 8-point lead for the Highlanders, as that draw control will go in favor of the Highlanders as we get into the last 12 minutes of this game. This ball will wind up on the far side with number 22 for Governor Livingston, Emily Wallen. Wallen will try and make something work here. She'll get a short pass to Nelson. Nelson will go to Ryan. Lauren Ryan on the near side. It'll eventually almost end up with DePasquale. Scrum here for it. Stephanie DePasquale will eventually pick up the ball, but not before getting all the way back to the 35. But no matter, she's pretty speedy. She'll get back up to that 20-yard line. Highlanders now going from left to right in those dark blue jerseys. It'll end up with Lauren Ryan, who will go behind goal. She's got Nelson across from her. Nelson will check out as I believe it's number 11 for Governor Livingston. Looking down at my roster, trying to find the number. I don't have a number 11 on my roster. No, I do. Never mind. It's Patricia Umali. So Patricia Umali, netting the 15th goal of the game there. She didn't have a defender on her. Defender lagging behind by quite a few yards, so she had a free go around the goal. Got that quick pass from Lauren Ryan and just put that one over the head of Duarte. So 15 goals allowed for Duarte. I do have the highest score she's ever faced somewhere. Biggest loss the Bulldogs have ever taken was a 14-7 loss against Newark Academy. That was actually yesterday, Friday night at 6 p.m. So, sorry, the game ended at 6 p.m. The game started at 4 p.m. It was at Dayton. So, the potential to have an even higher goal total here, not a goal total, but an even higher opposition goal score and a higher goals allowed stat for Duarte is on the table. This will be Leah Ronga, holy, number 3, around the 15-yard line. She'll duck under, try and get a goal here. No good, it'll bounce off the right post. She ducked under the stick of the Dayton defender. Either way, it'll be picked up by number 33, Brianna Gwench. She'll drive down the near sideline. She'll eventually get to the 20. She'll pass back to number 16, Maya Smith. Smith will take it up. She'll get past the 20 now. She'll go back to Gwench. Gwench taking it slow. She'll go to number 27, not Pozzolante, Kay Schaefer. That pass from Kay Schaefer into the middle will be on the ground, and a contact penalty against Dayton will put it in the Highlander possession. Highlanders possession. Dayton has to go on the aggressive press here. They're down by 9. So if they will have any chance, if they want to have any chance of coming back, they're going to need to press at every opportunity. And given how tired they already look, I'm not sure that the press will have much success. Katie Nikolic will carry this one across midfield before finally being checked by Maya Smith, who will take possession of the ball back for the Bulldogs. You'll end up with Kay Schaefer. Kay Schaefer driving down the near side. She'll get past the 20 before holding up. She'll go back to Gwench behind her. Gwench advancing now to the 15. She'll get it to number 16 again, Smith. Smith will go to the middle of the field to 8, Mystery Woman. Number 8, that pass. Long pass. It was intended to go into the middle for number 27, Sarah Kay Schaefer, but it eventually ended up with Lauren O'Brien. And a quick shot down to the left corner, saved by Avery Ha, will put it in the Highlanders' possession. Ha will pass out to Ronga. Ronga will try and pass across midfield to number 8 for the Highlanders, Kayla Prasad. Ball is still being battled for here as no one has controlled it, and Ronga almost got it there, almost passed the ball and then controlled it. And she will get possession of the ball, so a pass from her leads to her controlling the ball, and contact whistle down there on Leah Ronga, and the Highlanders will keep possession. She'll get a quick pass out here to Taylor Fields on the far, not the far side. She'll be in the middle of the field. She'll come back to the near side. She'll get almost to the 20 before pulling out and eventually going to DePasquale at the 30. DePasquale will check up to the 10. 2 defenders on her. Evidently, Dayton's recognized how dangerous she is. DePasquale gets a pass into the middle, and it'll be whistled down for contact. It was Juliana Porzio trying to drive for a goal there, but The contact will set up for a free possession from the middle hash of the 8-meter fan. Clock's still running. Less than 8 minutes there, and she was contacted as the ball came out of her stick, so low power shot, easily taken by Duarte. She'll pass it out here. It'll end up getting across midfield with number 26, Ava Pozzolante. Pozzolante will go down to, I want to say that's Molly Krieger, sorry. It wasn't Krieger. It'll end up with Gwench in the middle, who will net a goal for the Bulldogs. She'll cut the lead back down to 8. Meaning Bulldogs will have to get a goal, just under a goal every minute. Sorry, just over a goal per minute with 7:11 left here in the fourth. It's 15-7. Not a particularly easy task, but I mean, there's not really much to add to that. It's not an easy task. They've got to score 8 points in the next 7 minutes, which, if this was football, that'd be an easy task, but it's not. Football is irrelevant in this sport, and the draw is controlled by number 22 for Dayton, Amelia Cox. Cox getting up to the 25-yard line. Her pass will be knocked down there. She'll lose control of it again. Finally, we'll be able to get it to O'Brien, who was her intended target on the first pass. O'Brien will be on the near side by the 5-yard line. She'll go back behind the goal line to Sarah K-Schaefer. K-Schaefer will try and go into the middle. Back to O'Brien, who will net another bouncer goal. O'Brien, I believe, is on a hat trick. I'm correct, O'Brien. That was her 3rd goal of the game, so a hat trick for her. I haven't been keeping the tallies for goals, so whoopsies there. She might have actually scored already, and I just don't remember. Got the memory of a goldfish when I'm here. You kind of have to. You write whatever you can down, and then you move on because you've got to make the call on the next play. Kind of like sports, but a bit lamer because you're not actually doing any physical movement, just a lot of moving of the mouth. But I like talking, so it's fine. Either way, 6:41 left here in the fourth. Dayton's got to net 7 goals in the next 6 minutes and 40 seconds. They're on the way to doing that. They took 30 seconds to score the last goal, as this one will be controlled by Gwench. You know, squandering away leads seems to be a thing for the Highlanders. The boys did it in the last game I broadcasted against the Cranford Cougars. They actually finally got their first win this past Wednesday against, I'm not sure who. I wrote it down somewhere, but now I've got to find it, as that one was whistled dead on the Dayton possession. It'll stay with Dayton. It was a contact whistle, so Dayton will go behind goal to, I want to say this number 27, Sarah K-Schaefer. K-Schaefer trying to find a pass into the middle. She'll get it to Krieger. Krieger, spin move there, trying to get a shot off. That one way wide, hit her own teammate in the face. Everyone having a little bit of a laugh about that. Hug there between Krieger and number 14, Lauren O'Brien, as Krieger apologizing for getting a 20-mile-per-hour, probably more than 20-mile-per-hour shot right to the head. And then Krieger will net a goal, so apology accepted by Lauren O'Brien. And she'll net a goal to cut this lead down to 8. Sorry. Cut the lead down to 6. I don't know why I'm so messed up. Either way, 9th goal of the game for the Bulldogs. That one scored by a name I just said. It was Krieger. That was Krieger's 2nd goal of the game, I believe. High-scoring one here. Highlanders have not scored since their first goal of the 4th. That's a weird phrasing. Highlanders have not scored since they netted a goal early in the first. So, 5:25 left, 6 goals needed by the Bulldogs. I said it was far-fetched for them to make a comeback, but it doesn't really seem that way anymore. I watched the Governor Livingston boys Highlanders varsity lacrosse team throw away. Sorry, not throw away. Throw away is very negative wording. My mother would be displeased if I said throw away. I watched the Governor Livingston Highlander boys squander. That's a better word. Squander a 5-point lead, which is not quite a huge lead in lacrosse, but given the way they were playing, it seemed like they would have had the game in the bag, but once halftime came and went, something seemed to shift in the team, and they just almost forgot how to play offense and defense. Maybe it was a mix of tiredness. Not quite sure what coach for the Highlander boys said to them at halftime, and I didn't listen to Coach Wells at halftime here like I would have usually, as I was trying to fix my stat sheets. But also, funnily enough, neither team has used a timeout. The boys' teams seem to take timeouts very liberally. We haven't had a timeout yet in this game. We've had a lot of stoppage time, obviously, because of whistles and goals scored. We're now at 24 points scored total in this game. So that draw control will go in way of Governor Livingston. It'll end up eventually with Allison Nelson, who will lose control of the ball and give it back to Dayton. Just about to get to 5 minutes left here in the game. Dayton trying to make something work. It'll be carried across midfield by Sarah K. Schaefer on the far side of the field. Correction, that might not be K. Schaefer. That is K. Schaefer. Either way, she'll get a pass down here to number 14, and that'll go over the head of Avery Howe. Lauren O'Brien will net the 10th goal of the game for the Bulldogs. 4:50 left here in the game. 5-point lead for the Highlanders. The Bulldogs are making a comeback. Tell me 10 minutes ago that this would have happened and I would have never believed you, but the Highlanders haven't been scoring. And it seems like the Bulldogs have had a bit of renewed energy. Lacrosse is a game of momentum a lot of the time, you know. Momentum's a very important thing in a lot of sports, but with especially such a fluid game as lacrosse, where there's not a particularly long amount of stoppage time with something compared to something like football, momentum is a huge factor. If your team is on a roll and they just keep scoring, it is really hard to get them off of that roll for the opposition. As Dayton will get another draw control here as we pass under 4:40 left in the game. This will be with Krieger. Krieger will get it out to Gwench near side on the 20. Gwench, she'll go near corner to number 14, Laura O'Brien, who just netted that goal about 20 seconds ago. Now it'll end up behind goal with, I want to say it's number 28, Peyton. Sorry, that was number 26, Eva Pozzolante. Battle here, right out in front of the goal. Nobody has it yet, although the ball will roll into the crease, and it'll be Avery Haas' ball. Dayton trying to get a quick one there, but ball was in the crease, can't touch it there. Nobody can go in the crease, neither defenders nor offense in the high school lacrosse game, so GL will have a new offense. As that one, easy pass to Pantagiotou, who will net the 16th goal of the game for the Highlanders and restore the lead to 6. Oh, that is the wrong. Oh my God, it is really hard to click this scoreboard, man. There we go. And I've got to chop that back down to 10. All right, we're good to go now. Another goal there by Pantagiotou. I believe she may be tied as of right now with Stephanie DePasquale. DePasquale has 4 goals on the day. And Hayden has 1, 2, 3. They're not tied. Pantagiotou, they are even in their goals right now. I believe they both have 4. Or at least that's what my paper says. They both have 4. So either way, it'll be with the Bulldogs. Whistle there before the shot. So that one will be waved off, I believe. There was a contact foul. so the goal won't count. The ref blew the whistle, didn't let the game play the play go on, which I suppose is the right call. Bulldogs probably aren't pleased, but they'll get a free possession from the 8-meter here. Free possession here. That was a shot from number 8. And she was contacted after the shot. I believe number 8 is Peyton Turnbull, although I'm not sure. Either way, it'll stay Dayton possession. It'll be with Sarah K. Schaefer. K. Schaefer trying to get a pass into the middle. She'll get one to O'Brien. O'Brien will get one to Maya Smith. Smith trying to make something work. She'll try and get a pass to Turnbull in the middle. And that one will be taken by Avery Ha. Avery Ha coming out of her crease. Bit of a Michael Nelson impression here, although she'll go for a short pass, not trying to go for a goalie goal like Nelson. The short pass will eventually end up with a long pass that'll be intercepted by Peyton Turnbull, who will then get a solid check from behind, and the first green card of the game will be shown. So the Bulldogs will go up for a minute. As Turnbull evidently shaken up. Her mask fell off and she lost her stick, seeming to indicate something wrong with her knee. And she'll limp off the sideline to a short round of applause. 2:23 left here in the game. Dayton was on a roll. It looked like they were going to come back. They cut the lead down to 5 at 15-10, but they have not scored in 2 full minutes. So it doesn't quite look like that's on the table anymore. Either way, it'll end up with Gwench for the Bulldogs. Gwench will go down to the near side corner. She'll go back behind goal with a bounce pass, which will go right under the stick of number 22, Amelia Cox. Sorry, that was number 26, Ava Pozzolante. And it'll be taken by Governor Livingston. It wasn't a shot, so GL possession no matter what. Dayton pressing here as we pass under 2 minutes left in the game. That one whistled dead as it went out of bounds. It was lost by Governor Livingston, so it'll be Dayton possession again. We'll restart with Sarah K. Schaefer on the far side near the 20-yard line. K. Schaefer will go down to the far side corner to, I believe that's Gwench. She'll bring it around to near side on the hashes on the 5-yard line. She'll try and get a pass into the middle. That one will be easily picked off by the Highlanders, and a long pass down the field will let it end up with Lauren Ryan. Ryan will get a pass to Pantagiotou. Pantagiotou driving down the field now. She'll get past the 20 near side hashes. She's got one defender on her. Nobody else. She'll get a quick spin move here, trying to shake and bake for a goal, and that was a short wind-up shot and not a lot of power. It will be saved by Duarte, but the pass out from Duarte will be picked off by Lahar Chawla. She'll eventually, on her drive to the goal, have the ball knocked out. They're currently battling for it. She'll pick it back up, so Chawla with the ball behind goal. At X, she'll go out to Rongan. Sorry, that's Di Pasquale, number 4. She's met by 3 defenders. Quick shot there. That one, I believe, just went off the post again. So multiple shots going off the post here, as now Leah Rong will be whistled for a foul against Dayton. Dayton will have another chance as we're under 30 seconds here left in the game. Pretty much no chance for Dayton to come back. It's 16-10. Just maybe trying to get one last goal to save face here. It'll end up with number 27, Sarah K. Schaefer. K. Schaefer will have her pass intercepted in the middle, and the Highlanders will run the last 10 seconds out. They'll end up with Pantagiotou. She'll look to drive. I don't know if she knows there's less than 5. Maybe a bit of poor sportsmanship. She'll try and get a shot off there, but it'll go high over the goal. And our final score here between the Governor Livingston Lady Highlanders and the Dayton Bulldogs will be 16-10 in the Highlanders' favor. The Highlanders will advance to play the Oak Knoll Royals sometime next week. I'm not sure when. I believe the match is set for Tuesday at Oak Knoll. So that'll be a tough one for the Highlanders. Sorry, the match is not set for Tuesday because we're covering a match for the Highlanders. Not we. I'm covering a match for the Highlanders this Tuesday as they play Phillipsburg at 4 p.m. So you can tune in for that one, as this game has come to a close. The Bulldogs falling now to 6-5 as the Highlanders advance to 6-2. My name is Nathan Philbrick. Thank you for joining me here today for this Governor Livingston girls lacrosse game versus the Dayton Bulldogs. My name is Nathan. It has been a pleasure to be with you. Thank you for joining us. Have a great day.